My name is John Mulligan. Welcome to Back to School Night. I wish I could be meeting you in person and talking to you, but with our different rules we now have at school, we can't do that as we'd like to. So hopefully you will find this video helpful. Hopefully you'll get to know a little bit more about me, and especially you'll get to know a little bit more about the class. I'm a history teacher here at San Mateo High School. I teach students who have an IEP, and the class your student is in is American history, or we call it United States history. This class is for junior students. I enjoy teaching history. I love teaching it and making it clear and understandable. Many times my students have had a difficult time with history. They have not enjoyed it. Maybe they've received way too many assignments in class, or they have had a teacher that has spoken way too fast for how they listen and learn. So I try to fix those things by communicating in a clear, easy to understand way, but also in a way that makes students want to learn history. We talk every day about history. We look at videos on history, and I give extensive teaching on history. My class involves putting a presentation up on the board where students will write down notes and put it into their notebook. Their notebook stays in class all the time, so they don't have to worry about losing it. And most importantly, when it comes time to take the test, the students use the notes in their notebook. They're required to take notes every day. They don't have to listen and try to hear and remember everything and write it down, but they do have to write down everything they see me write on the board. And it's only that material that I use on the test. So this gives every student an opportunity to hear the same information, have the same requirements of them, and also be able to take a test that fits with what they've been doing each day in class. Some of the things I don't do is I don't give a whole lot of homework. I might allow them to finish an assignment at home, but I don't assign a lot of things for students to do at home. In fact, I may not assign anything. My job is to teach at school, and then the students have their time at home to do what they need to do. All that your student needs to bring to class is a pen and pencil. Their notebook stays here in class. Again, we watch YouTube videos. Periodically, we might use what's in a textbook, but mainly everything I use is on what's called PowerPoint, which is putting the material on a screen. I grade them basically and primarily on their taking notes. They get credit each day for the notes that they take and show me, and I mark it off in a book. And then when they take tests, that is a main part of their grade as well. We will have separate projects and assignments, but the bulk of the classes, the majority of what we do, is take notes and take tests. Part of my reason for having them take so many notes is to, one, help them remember what I talk about. They can see it, and if they write it down, that will help them remember it. Also, I put a lot of pictures up with my notes so they can think and see about the events we're talking about. And also, I want to make sure that they continue to write well. So having them take a lot of notes makes them always practice on their writing. I know many other classes do a lot of work on the computer, so I know a lot of other classes are giving them plenty of computer time. So I want to make sure that they continue to write well and understand their writing by making them use their notes to complete their test. If you need to get a hold of me at any time, you can reach me at my school office number, which is 558-2369, or my school email address, which is jmulligan@smhusd.org, and I will be glad to contact you. I look forward to this year's teaching. We're going to cover the American Revolution. We're going to cover the early years of America, how it became a country, how it became 50 states. We're going to talk about difficult things such as slavery and the Civil War and problems people of color have suffered during the early years of our country that still are a problem today that we must solve. We'll talk about the different wars that our country was involved in, the Spanish-American War. We'll talk about World War I, World War II, the Cold War, Vietnam War. It sounds like there are a lot of wars we'll be talking about. That is true, because wars have changed our country more than anything. and people have moved, things have changed because of those wars. So we talk about how those things have changed their lives. So I look forward to meeting you, and hopefully that time will be soon. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.